Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Keith's Beer Reviews. Haven't done a review for a few days. I've been sort of, it's one of those spring cold / allergy attacks, and haven't been able to breathe very well or smell or taste, so haven't done anything for a while, but I feel a little better now. I'm going to do one that picked up a couple weeks ago on my out-of-town trip. This is another one from another one of those Missouri breweries that I can't get locally, but we get all the regular stuff, and for the most part, I've been finding it's pretty good. I'm going to do from the St. Louis Brewing Company, the Schlafly Reserve. It's their Barleyewine style ale. It's ale aged on oak. A little bit from the website. It says I think this came out in November. It's their 2011 vintage. Says our Oak Aged Barleywine has a deep copper color with intense malt flavors and assertive hops for balance. Fermentation with American ale yeast allows the caramel flavored malt to shine. After fermentation, the beer is infused with American made oak chips, where it is aged for several more months to develop its smooth, luscious flavor. The higher alcohol level in the beer allows the flavors to develop and mellow over time. Aging also creates raisin and port wine characteristics in the finished beer. Then they give a little explanation of what a barley wine is. This comes in at 10.2% ABV, 40 IBUs, so something tells me this being a work night, I'm probably going to cap the rest of this up. Wow, that cap is on there. It's seriously on there. Little hiss, not any smoke that I could see. Get this in a glass and see what we got here. Oh, that's already a nice looking beer. It's sort of clear. It's a deep golden copper color. Got a good 2 fingers of a really creamy tan head. Nice looking barley wine. Nice looking barley wine. It might be a bit translucent for what I'm used to in barley wines, but let's check out the rest of it and see what we have here. Okay, I'm getting a bourbon, almost bourbon flavor, vanilla, oak definitely right there in the front. Oh, excuse me. I'm getting a lot of fruity aromas, plums, oranges, maybe a little bit of cherry. There's a real bready aroma too, almost like baking bread. Sweet malt, caramelized sugars, oak, fruits. Ah, good smelling beer. Give it a taste. Again, you're getting that bourbon flavor. I think that comes from the oak. There's a little bit of oak in there. A little maple sugar taste. I think this, like I said, this is bottled. I think there's a little bit of hoppiness in there. It's got kind of a slightly bittersweet finish. Definitely get those fruit flavors in the taste, though, that you get in the aroma. It's a bit tart, maybe even a touch sour. Not quite what I'm used to in a barley wine, but some of those can get cloyingly sweet too. But definitely getting that sweet, almost coconut-like oakiness. Some fruits, a little bit phenolic, almost sort of tastes like a Belgian ale. Maybe just even a bit of tangerine in there. There's a lot going on here. It's medium bodied, got decent carbonation, so it feels pretty slick. Not too, but it's not too heavy. Got a dry finish. Good tasting beer. So let me sit and let this warm up a bit. Be back after a while with final thoughts and grade. I'm going to get a cap in this bottle while I'm breaking. Okay, I'm back. It's been half an hour or so. I've just been sipping. This is definitely a sipper. The first thing I notice as this warms up is the alcohol presence really comes out a lot more than I didn't get a lot of it when it was fresh out of the fridge and cold, but now that it's warmed up, the alcohol presence is really coming out on this. It's not overwhelming or anything, but it's very noticeable on the taste, and you get that burning sensation down your throat and in your chest and everything. But this is a decent attempt at a barley wine. It's definitely not one of the best barley wines I've ever had. It's a little thin. It's not nearly as malty as I like my barley wines. It's got a good flavor. I'll stick with the thing that I said before, that it's almost Belgian-like in its taste and flavor. I think they said they used American ale yeast rather than a Belgian type yeast, but something about it just reminds me of like a Belgian strong dark ale more than a barley wine. It doesn't have that thick maltiness. It is a little thin-bodied for a barley wine. Noted on initially when I was looking at the color, it's a little translucent for what I'm used to in barley wines, but it's still a good drinkable beer. So I'm gonna give this another one of my two-part scores. Not gonna change things much. As a barley wine, it's above average. It's not super great. I'm gonna give it a 6. As a decent drinkable beer, I could drink it again. Again, it's a sipper though. It's definitely not a session beer. Like I said, as it warmed up, the 10.2% is noticeable. But as a good, drinkable, tasty beer, I'm going to give it an 8. So I'm going to average those two, and the Schlafly Reserve Barley Wine Style Ale 2011 edition anyway is going to get a 7 out of 10. Until next time, everybody, cheers. Keep drinking good beer.